sidelines?
It was definitely different for sure. Where we had to sit out for a little bit. Everybody was kind of out of the rhythm. With Scotty being tweaked a little bit, coach told me that I was going to be in the starting lineup. So I just had to make sure that, I just did what my team needed. I try to facilitate as much as I can, follow the game plan, and just try to bring as much energy for my team as possible. So it felt great, but I mean, we got to put this one beside us and focus on the next game.
When you get into a rhythm like that, are you just – how does it feel? Can you describe like how you felt out there? Because obviously it was definitely a career night for you.
I just tried to stick to the game plan as much as possible. It was working, so I just tried to keep doing it. If they were going to adjust, then obviously I'd make adjustments. But I mean, their defense is really tough, and it can get you out of rhythm. But when you do find that rhythm, I feel like that's exactly what we did. So I just kind of stuck with what I was doing.
Ray, what was Coach's what kind of things did he talk about at halftime? Because you guys were shooting the lights out like you did the whole game, but defensively, NC State was shooting about 50%, which is not what you guys wanted to be. So when you guys play as well offensively as you have, is he still focusing on the defensive things when he talks to you?
Yeah, of course. We pride our program around defense. So coming into halftime, immediately the first thing he starts talking about is defense and how we need to adjust and be in our gap protection better because they were shooting a very high percentage. Helms was shooting very good. Beverly, he really wasn't getting shots up, but we know what those guys are capable of. But they had some guys who come in and made shots. So immediately when we went to halftime, he immediately started talking about our defensive presence and focusing on that.
RayQuan, how tough were the last 2 weeks? You never want to just or not practice, but you never want to practice and not play. So what were the last 2 weeks like? How did you handle it? And were you nervous or worried? Like, man, how rusty are we going to be after 15 days off?
It's definitely an adjustment. We just love playing basketball. So being able to practice and not compete against other teams as much was a little bit difficult, but I feel like it benefited us because we had more time to focus on the little details that we may have been struggling on. And I don't think anybody was nervous. From the start of our pregame practices, the guys had great energy. There was great communication. So I feel like we kind of picked up where we left off.
And then what was it like seeing Nate and some of the other guys that haven't had maybe as many opportunities come in and shoot the way they did as well?
It was a great feeling. You always want to be proud of your brothers. Nate Jack brings a lot to this team. And for him to come out and just have a performance like that, it was amazing. And, that's what this team is capable of. Anybody could have their night, any given night. And tonight, Nate Jack really showed that. He came in and produced a lot, both defensively and offensively.
Coaches talked about how deep this team could be. Just was tonight we kind of saw a little bit of that. How do you carry that over to the rest of the season?
We just got to continue to build off of it. We know what everybody is capable of. We know what everybody brings to this team. So that starts with going back into practice and, working on what we need to work on. Everybody being disciplined, everybody sharing playing time, everybody being proud of the next guy up. And, that goes a long way. Playing 12, 15 deep, it's not easy, but, with this team, it makes it very easy because everybody's so out of themselves and they just love the next guy up. So it makes it a lot easier to share that playing time and just play together.